Hello and welcome to viewers of Good Morning DRC TV. In my endeavor to give you an update on what is transpiring in Doha, in Qatar, between the M23 group and the DRC government. Whenever I say M23, always think of Rwanda, always think of Kagame, because they are one and the same thing. So, because Kagame has met the president of the DRC, Felix Tshisekedi, in Doha, he has authorized the M23 groups to join in that talk or in those conversation that is going on there. I have to say right now that the M23 group has not yet met with the Congolese government. There are conditions that each group is basically putting forward in preparation for any talk, if there will be any talk. But the Emir of Qatar is mediating between these groups. You know, this conversation or this meeting was supposed to take place in Rwanda, sorry, in Angola, but Kagame doesn't trust the Angolan President Lorenzo. And also, what was supposed to take place in Kenya is not happening because the government in Kinshasa doesn't trust Ruto. Now, both processes were actually joined together, and we had the SADC and AIC meeting, all of which have not produced any significant progress in this conflict. Now that the Emir of Qatar is now mediating, you have to please understand one thing, that the Emir of Qatar has an interest to find peace in the conflict in the DRC. Why? Because Qatar has invested largely in Rwanda. Much of the economic situation or economic activities that are taking place, whether it is building in infrastructure, the Rwanda airlines, and the so much of the infrastructure we see in Rwanda is the investment from the Amir, well, from Qatar. Saudi have invested quite a lot in Rwanda as well. So we need to understand that with their investment there, they must make sure that there is peace in that country so they can recover their investment. And also the Emir of Qatar is very much interested in the minerals. That's what they have, also an interest to make sure that the DRC and Rwanda find peace so that their money is secure. Their money can actually bring them a return on investment. This is why they have an interest in finding peace there. As we said, these two groups, I mean, the M23 have gone to see the Emir of Qatar, who also wanted to put forward what the government in Kinshasa is looking for, and then they will take to the government of Kinshasa what the M23 group is looking for. And this talk will carry on for, I don't know how long for, until hopefully there will be some agreement or a deal that will be strike. Now, as I said, the M23 group have not met with the government of or officials from Kinshasa, not as yet. But this is the condition that the government in Kinshasa has put forward to the Emir of Qatar, so that in preparation for the meeting with the M23 rebel group. This is what the government in Kinshasa is asking for. First is the immediate withdrawal of the M23 military from all occupied territories, including Ruchuru, Masisi, Walikale, Goma, and Bukavu. And the second item on the list is the disarmament of military personnel of the M23 rebel group. Third item, reintegration of these so-called rebels into society. Now, you can already imagine what the government of Congo is asking for. It's what the M23 group is not willing to give away. But let me tell you what the M23 is asking for before they can actually join or engage in these talks. Here it is. Number one, from the M23 items that they asking for. The M23, they're happy to engage in this dialogue, but these are the things that they're looking for. They are looking for amnesty for all the crimes committed by the M23 rebel group. I had to pause on that one. They're asking for amnesty for all the crimes committed by the M23 group. And so they're looking for security for all its members, meaning all the killers should be protected by this amnesty from the Congolese government. This is crazy because Rwanda has never forgiven or gave amnesty to the FDLR. Kagame is still hunting those killers, FDLR as he calls them. He's looking for them in the Congo, and he's been doing this for the last 30 years. He's looking for their children's children so they can pay for what the atrocities that they committed in Rwanda. And yet, the M23 rebel group that has massacred, killed more than 10,000 people in Goma in the past 8 weeks, they are wanting to receive an amnesty. That means they're not followed, they're not charged, they're not persecuted for all the evil, for all the crimes they have committed. This is absolutely ridiculous, in my view. The second thing is they want political representation of M23 group in the institutions of DRC. What does that mean? It means they have a quota of different ministries in the institution of the Congo. Say, for example, if they have 30 or 40 ministers in the government, then they want to have 15 ministers in the government in the DRC. Now, I don't know how this sounds to you, but to me, this is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely, I feel enraged. I feel anger, the same thing. Sorry, but this is how I feel. There is no other way to put it. There is that anger in me. How can you, after doing all of this? So, what does that mean? It means that if people want to claim positions in the Democratic Republic of Congo, they take up arms, they go and kill their own, and they can come back and ask for positions. This is crazy. But you have to understand that M23, most of the people there, they are Rwandese that are looking to infiltrate the government as they have done in the past. And this, believe you me, this is not the first time that this kind of request has been made every time, and there have been 4 dialogues in the past up until this very moment, and the same list keep coming back again and again, and this is what they have done in the past. But this time around, the government said no, they will not give into this. But this is basically the list that I'm reading to you. And the third thing that they're asking for is the integration of its soldiers in the DRC regular army, FARDC. But you can already tell that this so-called dialogue is not going to happen because the government or the parliament in Kinshasa 2 years ago passed a law forbidding the integration of rebel group or military into the regular force. Because we need to understand that this is a strategy that Kagame has always used. He has always injected his spies, his military guys, his military men into the Congolese army, and they have done this for the last 18 years when Joseph Kabila was there. They have taken Rwandese and they have injected them in the structure or the operators within the military force, and they have destabilized and weakened the system to the core. And this is why the army in Congo is where it is at the moment, because of the infiltration of Rwanda's military force. And this is basically what they're asking to do again, i.e., for us to agree in this peace agreement, you have to take more of the M23 soldiers and integrate them with to the Congolese army. And we all know that the M23 group is nothing but Kagame's militia group from Rwanda. So here we are. This is basically what the Congolese government put forward, and this is what the M23 groups are looking forward. So, as it stands, I cannot see this moving forward because the government in Kinshasa is adamant that it will not integrate the military from M23 into the regular army. And when it comes to giving positions or political positions to the M23 group, it is impossible. I don't know how things will unfold, but the Congolese government is adamant that it will not happen. Otherwise, you're just basically encouraging people to go and take up arms, as I said before, kill, and then come and reclaim your position in the Congolese government. It is sad. It is frustrating. It is, yeah. Anyway, I had to bring you this so at least you know, as I said, because this information has not leaked out. These meetings are happening behind closed doors, and there are no information coming up. But because we have networks and people who are actually involved within these different groups, they have gotten this information, and hence we're giving them to you. But the sources are really 100% trustworthy. But anyways, these are the sort of things that they've been asking in the past. They've done it in the last 18 years, and this is where we are today. So please, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, do subscribe, share the links, and comment. Tell us what you think if this idea of them joining the regular, in fact, if what they're asking for, you think that the government should give it to them in the name of peace. Do you think that is a good thing or what? Let me know and let's have this conversation. Many thanks for listening. I'll bring you more information tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.